fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Noah spins. In there to sack him for a loss of 6.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3 and 9.
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Now Goff on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brashon Perriman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Super 66.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There we go. Nice play, baby. Cut. 180.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Go. 20.
Goff now looking to throw. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Go, go, go. We go, 76. 76. You're on.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the toss, there goes Goldman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
To throw on second down is gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Back to throw. Gone. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and...
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Sheds off the tackle. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Play action. Here's gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Third and long. It's gone. That is caught at the 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Now let's go! 3-19!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go!
They'll look to throw here. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now back to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll drop the throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. The quick slant caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Goff on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Just beating the play clock is gone. Throw left side complete to Sharp. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for New England. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Merlin. Ric Flair.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets it down to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Listen.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Boy, fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a toss. This is Gallman. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Oh, this is blocked. The defense picks it up. But he will not be able to bring this one back. And the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The catch made by Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Cooper was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Miller with 1st down and more. His throw caught right around the 6. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw again. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go. 180.
The final shot before break here. Gone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And an alley to run. take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
180.
Play action. It's gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying. To execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. He'll look to throw. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
No. Check, Patriot! Patriot! No. Check, Patriot! Patriot!
They'll drop the throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Gun! Back to that Philly, here we go!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if something like that, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Gall. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Gall. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Hey. Value 3.
They'll fake the give. Now Gall. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Louis. Go, son. 20. Hey, turn it up. Undercrush.
Now it's gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
They're going to look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold him to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They give it to him running left. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ric Flair. Hell, you won.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, gone. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Super 66.
On 1st and 10, gone. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the air again. Gone. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, gone. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
All right, now, look at 56.
They run with Pumphrey. And just shedding him off there. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Now let's go.
Again, it's Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and have done in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Oakland, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for New England, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.